Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. I'm working on a card today. These pieces are from a 12 by 12 distress paper that I've had in my stash, along with some other products and fun things like the paper pad. That's the kind of ombre effect. I grabbed 3 different colors, a light, medium, and dark. And then I grabbed this Spellbinders die cut set that I've had for a while. I bought it on clearance. I don't have a lot of dies because I recently bought this small Sidekick because there are some things that are very tiny that are hard to cut on my Cricut, so I knew I wanted a smaller die cutting machine. Now, the thing I like about these dies are they are very high quality and they cut beautifully. Now, of course, this is from somebody with no experience with dies, or not much experience with dies, which was nice though because it was easy. But the thing I didn't like about it is there's no photo of the finished product. So, or project, whatever the word is. But so I kind of guessed on where things were supposed to go. Now, this also included some hot foil plates, which I do not have, but I wasn't too concerned about it because it was on clearance and it was really cheap or really inexpensive. And I ended up doing something kind of different, and you'll see that in a little bit. But again, there's no photo, so I was really just kind of guessing. I'm going to be honest with you. I really 100% prefer my Cricut because there's no guesswork, because normally you see the finished project, and also the machine is doing all the work for you. This was a lot of work for the small amount of cards that I did. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're doing single cards or something very specific and very tiny, like that middle section of that flower probably would have been a little tough to cut with the Cricut. But yeah, this is a lot. So I've been slowly buying dies only because I did buy this Sidekick and I figured why not. And I love the dies that I have, so no complaint. But like I mentioned, this was a lot of work. So there's the hot foil plates, and they're just solid. And so I actually do have foil, but I don't have a hot foil machine. But what I decided to do instead is I grabbed some magnets to make a handle, and then I grabbed some gold metallic ink that I had, and I just used it as a stamp. Again, sort of guessing on the placement because I didn't have a visual guide, but it didn't stamp all the way, but it did add a little bit of something, so I really like that. I think next time I'm going to try to put the plates through the die cutting machine. Hey, let me know if that's a thing, if I could do that. I don't think I would break it, but obviously I don't want to break my Sidekick because it's fairly new. So if you've ever done something like that, just let me know in the comments, and I'd appreciate it. So as I was going through it, I'm going to kind of flip through. So here I did 2 big flowers, 2 of the smaller flowers or half flowers here that I'm showing. And then even as I was putting this together, I realized I probably wasn't supposed to put, you see how the middle portion, I filled it with the hole. They probably were supposed to be empty, but you know what? It looks fine. Again, if I would have had a photo to compare it to, it would have been nice, but, I'm going to stop complaining about that. Sorry. So once I did all the stamping with the gold on the bigger flowers, I wasn't sure what I was doing with the smaller ones because I really did honestly think that they were supposed to go somehow in these bigger flowers. And then I took a closer look at the foiling plates and realized they have little pretties too. And I actually really like the way the gold ink looked on the smaller flowers, and I don't know if maybe I got a better impression or how that worked. You see there, I was trying to do it with a darker peach color to offset that, but it worked out better with the gold. But you see how much brighter they look? So I thought that was kind of interesting, probably because I got a better impression or pressure on it because it was smaller. So again, I'm going to try it the other way with the larger ones. So then this plate I also bought. I bought that at the expo. It was part of a make and take, and the flower was just gorgeous. And so I decided to buy the die cut because I told myself, I was going to use it all the time. These leaves are from a Stamp and Thin Cuts from Close to My Heart. I bought those on their clearance sale because, as you know, They are out of business, or definitely still working on orders, but definitely out of business. And then I grabbed those panels that I showed earlier, and they have a lot of mixed media on them. And I just started playing with placement and made these really fun, very interesting cards. But like I mentioned before, for all the work that went into it, the die cutting of the flowers, the stamping and the die cutting of the leaves, and, the die cutting of the little, I don't know, wire, I guess. And if I would have done the mixed media paper now, this would have been an all-day project. But it is very unique, very pretty, and I really do like it. See here, I'm messing around with the leaves. I have the worst time figuring out where leaves are supposed to go. Isn't that the weirdest thing? You think it would be pretty simple, but you could see me just really fumbling through that. Oops, there goes my alarm. I think most of them I don't even end up using leaves because they just seem odd. When I say leaves, I mean the individual ones. I really like the ones here the stamped ones. I picked some really good colors, I think, with the darker and then the lighter, just to add some more dimension. But aren't these cards really fun? I hope you enjoy this video. I guess I was kind of complaining a lot, and I apologize for that. But I still, like I said, like the cards, but there was a lot of guesswork. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And also, if you're not already, you can hit that subscribe button. I do post at least 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center. And in this case, it is a card. The command center is the name of my craft room and also my blog. I'll have a link below to my blog, also my Instagram account, because I don't always film everything that I make. I do a lot of I don't want to say random crafts, but I like to have fun. I like to experiment with things, and mostly I make things that are, let me think, how would I say that? If I need a gift, or if I need a card, a specific card, or a gift card holder, or if there's a party going on and I need some decor, just random things like that. That's what I really kind of focus my crafting on, kind of what's happening in my life, I guess. So that's a good way of saying it. But I like to experiment with things. So if I look at things long enough and I think, I could probably do that, and I'll try it. And when I say that, I mean something that doesn't involve more and more product, because I told myself that I would love to learn how to crochet, but I also know myself, I will end up collecting and buying so much yarn, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to crochet just for that thing. I'll leave that for the experts. I have a couple in my family, one my nephew, and my mom, my sister, and even my granddaughter, she's learning, which is really cool. I love that. I feel like that's kind of a lost art. But anyhow, sorry, I'm just rambling. But again, I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you do. I hope you are inspired by some of this stuff. The mixed media paper, like I mentioned before, this was done years ago. My daughter and I are going through our stash and really trying to, I don't want to say get rid of, because believe me, I don't throw things out. We'll put them in a trash to treasure pile. So every time we go to like a crop or something like that, they always have those piles. Excuse me. And because it's good stuff, it's just, your styles change. Or a lot of times we get gifted things, which I love. I love being gifted crafty supplies, but sometimes it's just not like in the style that we're going to do, or we're working with a pad and we've done numerous layouts or projects with it, and now we're kind of tired of it, and so a lot of half pads, things like that. Anyhow, and I found this paper and I thought, wow, I don't know what I was thinking or why I never used it, but it's really pretty. It's like on a natural color base, and there's a lot of teal and red and whites, and so I just thought it was so pretty. And it was a 12 by 12 sheet, so I cut it into 6 by 4 sheets, sorry, and then trimmed it down a little bit to 5 1/4 by the 4 inches. So now it's the perfect size for a card base. And then I'm going to end up putting these cards, because I end up making 3 of them, so I have more of these panels, and I'll do more later. And I added a little bit more mixed media. You can see here the white splatter. I think the tube got a little clogged, so that's why I took the tube out and then sprinkled or splattered some white paint, which is like one of my favorite things. I love splatter. And then a second ago there was a very teal little a greeting. It says congratulations. That was also a die cut that I bought, and it's like a faux wax seal, because on the expo I did a make and take and it had wax seals. It was really cool, and my daughter and I were thinking, ooh, we need to do those, but again, do we want to start collecting all these things? So I bought that die cutting set, and it's also stamp set. It was a lot of fun, and so it definitely doesn't look, I mean, it looks enough like a wax seal, but you're not fooling anybody. They'll know it's a stamp, but that's okay too. So I did add some of those on some of these cards. Now right there, I just took those cheap or those fake credit cards you get in the mail. I use those a lot. I save those because they're really good. It's pretty strong quality to use for like scraper tools and stuff. But I just put it on the side, put some ink, and then you saw how I put those lines over on that top right and on the bottom left, just to add a little bit more mixed media. And now I've got a gold pen, and I'm going to finally outline the petals. And maybe not this one, but I know in some of the other ones, I just put like random dots here and there of the gold, because, a little bit of glimmer is always a good thing. And I use gold because, of course, I use the gold metallic ink for the middle of the flowers. But like I said, these cards are very fun. They're very unique. And I can't wait to give them out, because I think people are going to really like them. And I just felt like, again, they just were a lot of work for 3 cards. But I love crafting, so it's all good. I put them on a white base because I really thought that would make them stand out a lot more. And that's pretty much it. You'll see at the end the other 2 cards that I do. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy this again. If you do, give me a thumbs up. And make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you have an answer as far as using the hot foil plates. I'm guessing that's what they would be called, through a regular, like a die cutting machine like the Sidekick. And also if I would use the embossing plate or the cutting plate. That would be interesting too. So if you have an answer or an experience with that, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.